Hello children, welcome back to my class. Right now I am taking a lecture on class 10 biology. Class 10 biology में the first biology का chapter is life processes. दो आपके NCERT में that is the sixth chapter. But अब biology का that is the first chapter, life processes, and this includes basically four processes: nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. We have already done the background. We started with nutrition. We have completed plant nutrition, and आपके NCERT में plant nutrition में three activities दिए हुए. We are going to discuss all those activities. You must be knowing that these activities are very, very, very important in the current new system of examination, because the current examination system is going to be more practical based than theory based. So a lot of MCQ questions are supposed to come from these topics. So we are going to discuss each one of them. The first activity that we are going to discuss today is activity 6.1, which is in page 96 of your NCERT. Now before I start this activity, I just want to tell you one thing. In your NCERT, you have a number of activities across your syllabus. हर चैप्टर में आपको एक्टिविटीज पढ़ना है. नॉर्मली जब किसी भी एक्टिविटी को पढ़ाया जाता है तो ऊपर में एम ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट या एम ऑफ द एक्टिविटी लिख दिया जाता है. दैट द एम ऑफ दिस एक्टिविटी इज दिस दिस दिस. से अगर हम प्लांट न्यूट्रिशन पढ़ रहे हैं, सो द एम ऑफ द एक्टिविटी इज से टू शो दैट sunlight is required for photosynthesis, or the aim of the activity is that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis, and then the activity is actually dealt in detail. फिर एक्टिविटी को डिटेल में पढ़ाया जाता है टू शो दैट जो मैंने एम लिखा था उसको हमने कैसे प्रूफ किया. लेकिन आपके एनसीईआरटी में जो एक्टिविटी है जो मैं आज पढ़ाने वाली हूँ उसका एम ऊपर में नहीं दिया हुआ है. दे हैव नॉट गिवन द एम ऑफ द एक्टिविटी. उन्होंने पूरा एक्टिविटी को डिस्क्राइब किया है, लास्ट में भी नहीं लिखा है कि इस एक्टिविटी को किस पर्पस से कराया गया, व्हाट वाज द एम ऑफ डूइंग दैट एक्टिविटी. सो पर मैं आपको जब पढ़ाऊंगी तो मैं एक्टिविटी का आपको एम बताऊंगी. आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू this activity is performed for what purpose. Then I am going to explain you the steps. I am going to explain each and every step, why we are doing that step. ठीक, and at the end we will conclude कि जो हमने aim लिखा था क्या हमारा वो aim सही साबित हुआ या नहीं हुआ. After performing that activity, did we find out that yes, that this is required for photosynthesis, say X is required for photosynthesis, so is it a right statement or a wrong statement? So this is how I am going to teach you. So your activity 6.1, which is in page 92 of your NCERT, this activity is to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. ठीक है, this is done to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. अब इससे पहले हम इस एक्टिविटी को करें, मैं एक बार फोटोसिंथेसिस की इक्वेशन को फिर से लिखना चाहूंगी. यू नो दैट अ बैलेंस्ड इक्वेशन इज 6CO2 plus 12H2O will give rise to glucose plus oxygen plus water. If I am not wrong, this is the balanced equation of your photosynthesis. Besides, while writing this equation, you always write that to make glucose I need sunlight, and at the same time you write I also need chlorophyll molecules. So हमारा आज का एक्टिविटी का एम ये है to prove that this chlorophyll is essential for making glucose, or this chlorophyll is essential for performing the task of photosynthesis. That is the aim of today's activity. So now let us start doing that, performing that activity. सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, हम एक potted plant लेंगे, हम एक गमला लेंगे. And गमला में we'll take a potted plant containing a plant. Obviously it's a potted plant, so it will have a plant, but what type of plant? We will go for a plant, normally preferably a money plant or a croton. You must have seen I've written money plant or crotons. First let us discuss. You all know money plant. I've also shown it here. Or I'm going to take a croton. What are crotons? Crotons are basically indoor plants which are known for their beautiful leaves. उनको हम फ्लावर्स के लिए नहीं ग्रो करते, जो लीव्स के लिए, जो आपके स्कूल के बाहर भी आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारे लीफी प्लांट्स लगे रहते हैं, घर पे भी हम लगाते हैं. दीज आर क्रोटॉन्स. बट आप यहाँ पर नोटिस करेंगे हमने यहाँ ये लिखा है कि हम जो मनी प्लांट या क्रोटोन लेंगे दे मस्ट बी कंटेनिंग वेरीगेटेड लीव्स. तो अगला सवाल उठता है व्हाट इज अ वेरीगेटेड लीफ. ठीक है, व्हाट इज अ वेरीगेटेड लीफ. इसको समझने के लिए लेट अस डू वन थिंग. मैं इस डायग्राम को थोड़ा सा ऐसे बड़ा कर देती हूँ फोटो को, so that you can understand it very well. A variegated leaf is one which is patchy. In what sense? कहीं पर इसकी क्लोरोफिल है जस्ट सी दिस, कहीं कहीं पर क्लोरोफिल है और कहीं क्लोरोफिल नहीं भी है. So the red region is the region which has chlorophyll, and the blue से जो मैंने मार्क किया, these are those regions we do not have chlorophyll. So such patchy leaves which have chlorophyll at some places and we do not have chlorophyll, तो obviously जो एरिया में chlorophyll है वो ग्रीन दिखेगा और जो में chlorophyll नहीं है वो थोड़ा whitish दिखेगा. ऐसे patchy leaf को, ये देखिए आपके NCERT में variegated leaf बना है, you can see it very well. This is an area which contains chlorophyll and this is the area which does not contain chlorophyll. So here it is greenish in color, here it is whitish in color. Such a patchy leaf, this is called as a variegated leaf. और आप मुझसे ये सवाल पूछ सकते हैं कि मैम हमने यहाँ पर वेरीगेटेड लीफ क्यों लिया है इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में, राइट? मैंने क्या कहा था, आप एक पॉटेड प्लांट लेंगे. नॉर्मली कौन सा प्लांट, आप प्रेफरेबली कौन सा प्लांट लेंगे? तो यू आर गोइंग टू टेक अ मनी प्लांट और अ क्रोटॉन, और वो भी कैसे मनी प्लांट या क्रोटॉन लेंगे जिसके लीव्स कैसे वेरीगेटेड. आपको पहला सवाल you should ask me now is, ma'am, why do we take plants with variegated leaves? Simple reason is because these plants, they have chlorophyll at some places and they do not have chlorophyll. No chlorophyll, at this, and at some places they do not have chlorophyll. कहीं chlorophyll है, कहीं chlorophyll नहीं है. और हमें ये प्रूफ करना है कि chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis के लिए chlorophyll essential है. That means, ठीक है, only these areas must be able to perform photosynthesis. केवल यहीं पर photosynthesis होना चाहिए, यहाँ photosynthesis नहीं होना चाहिए. अब हमें कैसे पता लगेगा? तो आपको पता है photosynthesis के end में you know that glucose is formed. We know it very well. ठीक, and we also know that plants store this glucose in the form of starch. ठीक है, तो these should be, अगर chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis, then those areas of the leaves which have chlorophyll, इसमें हमें starch मिलना चाहिए, the stored starch मिलना चाहिए, and those areas जहाँ पर chlorophyll नहीं है, यहाँ पर starch नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर photosynthesis नहीं हुआ तो photosynthesis के end में glucose बनता है and plant glucose को ही starch के form में store करता है. तो हमें केवल ये करना है कि हमें ये प्रूफ करना है कि जिस एरिया में क्लोरोफिल था वही फोटोसिंथेसिस हुआ, क्योंकि वही स्टोर्ड फोटोसिंथेसिस का जो प्रोडक्ट है ग्लूकोज विच इज स्टोर्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्टार्च, ओनली इन दोज एरियाज स्टार्च वाज फाउंड एंड दोज एरियाज व्हिच डिड नॉट कंटेन क्लोरोफिल नो स्टार्च वाज फाउंड. So this is the simple experiment. That is why we take variegated leaves over here. ठीक है? So what we did was, first we took a potted plant and this potted plant was normally a money plant or a croton whose leaves were variegated. Why should we take variegated leaves? You have seen I put a Y at the end of at the bottom of every slide. The variegated leaves is selected because such a leaf has patches of chlorophyll. Some part of the leaf is with chlorophyll, some part is without chlorophyll, and all I need to prove is that it's only in the parts which contain chlorophyll I found the reserve food starch, and those areas which did not contain chlorophyll there was no starch. Thereby I can confirm that yes, chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. ठीक है? Now what I am going to do is I am going to keep this plant in a dark room for 3 days. Now you will ask me, ma'am, why did we keep it in dark room for 3 days? For simple one reason is, suppose I come to know that these areas of the leaves, they were actually containing starch, ठीक है? And suppose I find that these areas which do not have chlorophyll, they actually did not have starch, ठीक? So I can raise a question कि हो सकता है इस पार्ट में भी फोटोसिंथेसिस नहीं किया है, this starch was stored starch. They had somehow managed starch from some place and this is a stored starch and they did not perform photosynthesis. How do you guarantee that this starch has been made by this chlorophyll by photosynthesis and it's not a reserve starch, stored starch, पहले का बचा हुआ starch नहीं है and इसने खुद से photosynthesis में starch बनाया है? How will you prove that? So for that what will we do? We will keep the plant in dark room for 3 days. Now why a dark room? Because in dark room the plant cannot perform photosynthesis, so no new starch can be formed. कोई नया starch नहीं बन सकता. And 6 days, sorry not 6 days, 3 days के लिए रखा है. 3 days में पहले का जितना भी starch था वो सब consume हो जाएगा. स्टोर्ड फूड खत्म हो जाएगा. हम नया फूड तो फोटोसिंथेसिस से बना नहीं पा रहे, पर जिंदा रहने के लिए आई विल नीड फूड. सो व्हाट विल आई डू? आई विल यूज ऑल माय स्टोर्ड स्टार्च, एंड वी हैव नॉर्मली स्टडीड दैट इन 3 days all the stored starch gets exhausted, all the stored starch gets used up. That means now after 3 days of keeping the plant in a dark room, I can be assured that none of the part of the leaf has starch. Starch is vanished. अभी कोई starch नहीं है because old starch is used up and new starch could not be formed because the room was a dark room. Right? So the next question that I was telling is, why should we keep the plant in a dark room? So that all the stored food in the form of starch gets used up. There is no photosynthesis in absence of light, hence no further food formation can take place. Okay? So what are the things we did? First we took a potted plant, preferably a croton or a money plant. I took a plant whose leaves were variegated. That means at some places it had chlorophyll, at some places it did not have chlorophyll. Then I kept the plant in dark room for 3 days. I made sure that all the previous starch was used up. Now I kept the plant in sunlight. Okay? Now that I have kept the plant in sunlight, obviously it will be able to do photosynthesis, and I want to just prove that only those areas which have chlorophyll, they could do photosynthesis. Only they could do photosynthesis, hence only these areas they showed reserve starch, and those areas which did not contain chlorophyll, right, they could not do photosynthesis. No chlorophyll, that means no photosynthesis, that means no starch is found here. This is what I want to do. So now I am going to place this plant in sunlight for 6 hours. So now you know why I placed it in sunlight. Why for 6 hours? Because it requires minimum 6 hours to perform photosynthesis, form glucose and store it in the form of starch. This entire process requires 6 hours. So I did it, placed it in sunlight for 6 hours. To allow photosynthesis to occur, carbohydrate formation occurs due to photosynthesis only in the green parts of the leaf. After that, now my leaf has done photosynthesis. All I need to know is, I need to find out what are the areas where the starch is found. मेरे इस लीफ को मैंने photosynthesis plant को मैंने धूप पे रख दिया कि अब वो अपना sunlight photosynthesis कर ले. Now I need to just find out. मैंने ऐसे plant का एक पत्ता तोड़ा. I have plucked the leaf. Now I want to find out that which areas of the leaf they did photosynthesis and which areas could not do photosynthesis. If at all those areas which could perform photosynthesis are only those areas which have chlorophyll, I can prove that chlorophyll is essential, because those areas which did not have chlorophyll, they do not have reserve starch. That means chlorophyll is essential. ये हम prove कर सकते हैं. तो हमने इस एक पत्ते को तोड़ा. I plucked the leaf. Now what I will do is, I will take a tracing paper and I am going to put this tracing paper on top of this leaf, and on this tracing paper I am going to trace the entire leaf. I am going to trace the entire leaf, especially those areas which have chlorophyll. I am going to trace it on the tracing paper, right? Yeah, I am going to trace it on the tracing paper. इसको हम trace करके रख लेते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि आगे जाकर इस एक्सपेरिमेंट में हम लोग लीफ को डीकलराइज कर देंगे. दैट मीन्स वी आर गोइंग टू रिमूव ऑल द कलर. दिस क्लोरोफिल वी आर गोइंग टू रिमूव इट. बिकॉज ऑफ द क्लोरोफिल इज लुकिंग ग्रीन ना, आई एम गोइंग टू रिमूव द क्लोरोफिल, एंड देन आई एम गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट आर द एरियाज जहां पर आपका स्टार्च बना है. सो वंस द लीफ इज डीकलराइज्ड, हाउ विल आई नो दैट जहां स्टार्च बना है वहां क्लोरोफिल था कि नहीं था? सो दिस ट्रेसिंग पेपर विल बी हैंडी. उसके बाद हम लीफ को ऊपर वो ट्रेसिंग पेपर लगाएंगे और फाइंड आउट करेंगे कि जहां जहां स्टार्च मिला क्या उस एरिया में क्लोरोफिल था कि नहीं था. तो इसीलिए हम इस लीफ का एक ट्रेसिंग लेकर रख देते हैं. सो नेक्स्ट व्हाट वी डू इज, we pluck a leaf from the plant, mark the green areas in it and trace them on a sheet of a paper that is on a tracing paper. After that, this helps us compare the results. After that, ये जो लीफ हमने तोड़ा उसको हम बॉइलिंग वाटर में डालते हैं. क्वेश्चन आता है, why do we put it in boiling water? Because when you put it in boiling water, what happens is ऊपर का जितना भी rigid tissues हैं वो थोड़े से soften हो जाते हैं, so that the leaf overall gets softened. This is done because to soften the leaf, break down the cuticle and kill the leaf. ठीक. Kill the leaf. Why? Because I do not want this leaf to do photosynthesis further. जो कर चुका. Now I just want to know what are the areas of the leaf where starch is found. What are the areas of the leaf where photosynthesis was done, and just whether those areas coincide with the regions of chlorophyll or not. So I'm just going to boil it. For boiling, every step you have to answer why this step was done. So the boiling was done for 3 reasons. One, the leaf gets softened. Second, the cuticle gets broken down. And third and most important, it kills the leaf. That means the leaf cannot perform any photosynthesis any further. So whatever starch is there, that is the starch that had been made before the process of boiling. While this is done, now I'm going to take this and place it in a beaker containing alcohol. So you have to notice here one thing. पहले तो इसको हमने boiling water में डाला, उसके बाद हमने एक ऐसे beaker में डाला. You can see here there is a beaker, and this beaker contains alcohol, right? And then I'm going to now you boil this alcohol. You know why I boil this alcohol? Because when you put a leaf in alcohol and boil it, the leaf gets decolorized. Look at this. You can see it very clearly. The leaf has turned yellowish, and this alcohol has turned green. Why? Because the leaf, it lost its chlorophyll. Uska chlorophyll loss hua. This chlorophyll got dissolved in the alcohol. As a result, the alcohol turned green and the leaf got decolorized. So I pluck the leaf. First I boil it in water so that the leaf gets softened. Now I want to decolorize the leaf. I want to remove all the color from the leaf. For that I put it into alcohol. Now 2 questions that they should come in your mind. One, the first question is that why have we not put this alcohol directly on the fire? You must have noticed that this beaker जिसमें alcohol है, it has been placed in another beaker which is water, जिसमें पानी है. यानी कि आपने फायर पर एक beaker लिया, उसमें पानी डाला, the water is boiling, and then you have put your test tube in that boiling water. That means you are not boiling the alcohol directly on the fire. Actually, you are boiling the alcohol indirectly on boiling water. Again, see, this is your flame. On the flame, you have put boiling water, and within the boiling water, you have put the test tube containing the alcohol, which again is containing the leaf. The alcohol test tube has not been placed directly on the water. The question will come why. After this, immerse it in a beaker containing alcohol. So first question is, why did we put it in alcohol? The reason is the leaf is treated with alcohol so that the leaf loses its green color due to the chlorophyll pigment and takes up the blue-black color after treatment. What it is trying to say? First try to understand this. First question is, why did we boil the leaf in alcohol? Then we will come to the question, why was the alcohol not put directly on the fire? And then, the third question will be that, what next? So let us go one by one. The first question is, why did we boil it in alcohol? Because the leaf gets decolorized. Why I want the leaf to get decolorized? Because the leaf is dead. Now its chlorophyll is of no use. But I want to just confirm whether the areas, right, which had chlorophyll, क्या starch केवल इसी में है? Is starch only present here? So how will I come to know that which areas have starch and which areas do not have starch? How will I find out? There is a very good starch test about which I am sure all of you know, that is iodine test, right? It is normally seen that iodine reacts with starch, ठीक है? और iodine turns not reacts, it turns starch blue black, ठीक है? ये starch को blue black में convert कर देता है, ठीक है? तो वो areas of the leaf जहाँ starch बना है, अगर हम उसमें iodine डालेंगे, so those areas will turn blue black, and if the blue black color will indicate that starch is present over there. ठीक है? So now what we need to do is we need to put the leaf in iodine solution, but before that we decolorize the leaf. Why? Because chlorophyll itself is a very dark color pigment. अगर इस dark color pigment पे you add iodine, it will be difficult to interpret whether this blue-black color which appears on this area, this is because of starch or this is because of the chlorophyll. Maybe एक तो chlorophyll dark pigment है, उसमें अगर आप कुछ भी पर्पल पिगमेंट डालेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली वो ग्रीन कलर क्या है, आपको ब्लैकिश दिखाई देगा. सो हाउ विल वी नो दैट इफ दीज एरियाज दे टर्न ब्लू ब्लैक, is it because of the starch interacting with iodine, or it is just because of the chlorophyll molecule interacting with iodine, because chlorophyll itself is a very dark color pigment. So what I will do is I will remove all the chlorophyll. Once the chlorophyll is removed, now how does this leaf look like? I need some place to draw it, so let me draw it here. Initially, say this was the leaf and this was variegated. Let me do the variegations in green color only. So maybe these were the areas which had chlorophyll and the other areas were little yellowish in color. The yellowish areas I am going to draw it with blue. Once I boil it in alcohol, this is how this leaf will turn up, right? This leaf will now become, the chlorophyll will disappear and it will get yellowish throughout. So once the chlorophyll has disappeared, now I can perform the iodine test easily. Why? Again I am saying that because if I perform the iodine test here, and if at all these areas they do turn blue black, I will not be able to know whether the iodine reacted with chlorophyll to form the blue black color, or it was because of the starch it turned blue black, right? Because chlorophyll itself is a dark pigment. So all I am going to do is I am going to remove all the chlorophyll. And फिर तो आप बोलोगे मैम एक बार लीफ डीकलराइज हो गया, हाउ विल आई रिमेंबर दैट व्हिच एरियाज हैड क्लोरोफिल? यू रिमेंबर वी हैव ऑलरेडी ट्रेस्ड इट ऑन अ ट्रेसिंग पेपर. हमने ऊपर में ट्रेसिंग पेपर रखकर ट्रेसिंग पेपर के ऊपर में आई ऑलरेडी हैव द पिक्चर दैट एज टू वेयर क्लोरोफिल वाज प्रेजेंट एंड वेयर इट वाज नॉट प्रेजेंट. ठीक, इसीलिए हमने पहले ट्रेसिंग लिया. ट्रेसिंग लेने के बाद हमने लीफ को डीकलराइज किया. ठीक, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म द स्टार्च टेस्ट. एंड इफ इन स्टार्च टेस्ट इट विल जहां जहां पर आपका स्टार्च है वहां पर यू विल हैव bluish black colors. Now what we are going to do is ये bluish black areas को हम match करेंगे with my this tracing paper and just figure out whether it is only those areas which contain chlorophyll or these are other areas as well. I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. So अभी तक हमने जो कुछ किया है, let me quickly revise it once again before I proceed further. So what I told you is, first we took a potted plant. What type of plant? Preferably a croton or a money plant, and that too with variegated leaves. First question was why variegated leaves? Because they have some places where they have chlorophyll, some where they do not have chlorophyll. I want to prove that chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis, so I just want to show that only those areas which had chlorophyll, there the starch was formed, and those areas which did not have chlorophyll, there was no starch formed. Then what did I do? I put the plant in sunlight, in dark room, so that all the previous starch could be removed. Now I placed it in sunlight for 6 hours, because in 6 hours the plant performs photosynthesis and the starch is made. Now I am going to decolorize the leaf so that the chlorophyll is removed, so that I come to know that iodine has reacted with starch and not with chlorophyll. But before I decolorize, I am going to take a tracing of the leaf, where कहाँ पर chlorophyll था नहीं था. I will take a tracing and then I am going to decolorize. Before decolorizing, I put it in boiling water first to make it dead, so that no new photosynthesis can take place and the cuticle gets broken and becomes soft. Then I put it in alcohol, because in alcohol all the chlorophyll will be lost and the leaf will have one uniform yellowish color. Okay? So why do I put it in alcohol? That I have already taught you. So that the leaf loses its green color due to the chlorophyll pigment, and later once the leaf has got decolorized, this leaf has got decolorized. Now suppose starch was formed in these areas. Now when I perform iodine test, so those areas where the starch is there, it will appear blue black. So it will be easier. इसलिए हमने पहले chlorophyll को हटा दिया. ठीक है? Now next what I will do is, the question is, why did I not put the alcohol directly on fire? This is because alcohol catches fire very easily. आप अगर directly alcohol वाले test tube को fire के ऊपर रख देते, it would have caught fire. So I am just heating it indirectly. At first I am heating the water, and then through the hot water I am actually heating the alcohol. What happens to the color of the leaf? I told you the leaf gets decolorized, right? And the color of the alcohol, it becomes greenish. So this is what you saw it. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to, this decolorized leaf ko I am going to give an iodine treatment. So say this is my decolorized leaf. Say let me make the leaf with the color red, and this is my decolorized leaf. Now I am going to treat it with iodine. So now dip the this in dilute solution of iodine for few minutes. So I will just take a dilute solution of iodine first. So say this is the dilute solution of iodine. This is dilute iodine. Now what I am going to do is I am going to place the decolorized leaf in this, okay, in this iodine solution. Once I do that, in the presence of iodine, starch will react with iodine to create blue-black color. After this, I am going to take out this leaf. इस leaf को हम iodine solution से बाहर निकालेंगे. And then I am going to rinse the extra iodine. यहाँ पे मेरा iodine solution था. इस पे हमने हमारे yellowish leaf को डाला. अब हम इस leaf को बाहर निकालेंगे. I am going to wash it, say on a tap. So I am just making a tap over here like this. ठीक है? It will have water. पानी से हम excess iodine को हटा देंगे. ठीक है? And rinse off the extra iodine solution. After that, what I will observe the leaf. ठीक है? I will observe the leaf. I will see that those areas of the leaf where starch has been made by photosynthesis, they have turned blue-black. You can see here. Those areas of the leaves where actually starch has been formed, it has turned blue-black. Why? Because the starch reacted with iodine, ठीक है, plus iodine, it gives blue-black color. Presence of blue-black color indicates those areas where starch has been formed. Now I am going to tally this diagram with my original leaf. The tracing paper जो हमने बनाया था, I am going to tally it with that. And what do I observe? That exactly उसी एरिया में starch बना है जिस एरिया में आपका chlorophyll था. Exactly those areas where we had chlorophyll, there I am finding the blue-black pigment. That means only in these areas starch was formed. That means it is only these areas which could perform photosynthesis. That means chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis, right? So with this we can conclude that, so what is the leaf becomes blue-black. So what do you conclude from this experiment? The green parts of the variegated leaf, they contain chlorophyll. It is only these parts which could perform photosynthesis and manufacture starch. In the presence of iodine, this starch reacted with the iodine to give this blue-black color. This color development found only on those places where the chlorophyll was present. It indicates that the presence of starch in the leaf and thus demonstrate that chlorophyll is essential for the process of photosynthesis. So with that we have completed this activity. Let us very quickly summarize. A potted plant, croton or money plant. The leaves are variegated. First in dark room, then in sunlight, then we plug the leaf in boiling water, then in alcohol. It gets decolorized. Before that we take a tracing of the same, then we put it in iodine solution, then we read those patches and we just try to match it with the original structure of the leaf. Right? So that is the overview of your experiment today. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope all the concepts are clear. Please go through the video once again, so that any point in case you have missed out, you can revise it once again. And these are important, so don't take them very lightly. And as I always say, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, press the bell notification. You will come to know of all my videos, because in my next video I am going to tell you about the next activity. And please do put your comment, so that I come to know how you are liking the entire stuff, and share it with your friends so that even they can be benefited. And in the meantime, as I always say, be happy but keep studying. So good luck, good luck and goodbye. Thank you everyone.